Mrs. Green Apple with the song Dance Hall. We're checking this one out because I've been enjoying this Mrs. Green Apple journey with you guys, and so many lovely comments where you guys have been giving me suggestions. Last couple of videos I decided to do, I thought I'd just go in a little bit of a search around their YouTube page, see what I can find, because at some point I am going to dive into some of the suggestions you guys have given me about listening to live versions of their songs. In fact, the last reaction I did was to the song Start, which was quite an old one from 10 years ago, and I remember actually saying in that reaction, I was talking a lot about how great this band is in the studio, and sometimes I think people overlook how good bands can be in the studio and what a creative place the studio is. For bands who love to create, the studio is just as important as the live stage. So I've been really enjoying what I've been hearing. Again, the fact that they're representing the top of the charts in such a massive way in Japan, but also doing that by bringing together music that is both accessible but also high quality. You know, it's not just some dirge rubbish stuck at the top of the charts. You know, we got really good music top of the charts here in Japan, and thanks to groups like Mrs. Green Apple, thanks to groups like, you know, well, people, I always say like groups like YOASOBI, people like Ado and Ano, and you know, this is just bringing great music to the top of our charts here. But Mrs. Green Apple is obviously a massive part of that, and one of the few male-led bands who I actually cover, so you know, credit on that one as well. Love the singer's voice, gotta be honest. So I'm still feeling a little bit unwell, so apologies. I've got the air conditioning on, so if you can hear a buzz in the background, then my apologies for that. We're going to be checking out the song Dance Hall today. I just wanted to give this one a bit of a check because I checked out a couple of old songs recently, like I say Start, Inferno, that were maybe in a little bit more of a raw direction. I've checked out some of the popular ones like Lilac, some of the more ballad ones as well, like Blue in the Summer, Ao no Natsu. And, you know, Dance Hall just kind of looked like, I don't know. I mean, again, I haven't heard the song, but based on the thumbnail and the name, I'm getting the vibe it's probably going to be something a little bit poppy, upbeat. It's definitely a much newer song than some of those old ones I've been checking out. Came out 3 years ago. And, of course, typical Mrs. Green Apple numbers here, you know, rocking up 146 million views just because, you know, why not? So I thought I'd give this one a little bit of a shot. As mentioned, I'm trying to really get a really good feel for the singles. And then at some point, as you guys have been so supportive, at some point I will start diving into things like, you know, live versions, album tracks. I don't do a lot of live version reactions usually because for me, like, you know, any band worth their salt is good live. And bands can be good live in different ways. What I really like to hear with a live performance is something where you see something that you didn't hear in the studio version. Because for me, live music is about being there, which is a pain in the ass because you can't always be there. But when I watch a video of a live performance, I feel like the only thing I can really use it for is analyzing the actual performance in a kind of analytical way. But there's something about being at a live show where you just, yeah, it's got to be in the feeling. And for me, so it's between either being at the live show or listening to the studio version. But I do occasionally do reactions to live performance videos just so I can, kind of get a feel for how they compare on stage. And especially a band like Mrs. Green Apple, who seem to be big on just throwing in random, well, I say random, but really well-crafted ranges of like a plethora of just insane sounds into their songs. It would be great to see how that conveys to a live performance. So I might well dive into that as well. Anyway, look, I've been waffling enough. How about we jump in and check out the song that we're here to check out? This song is called Dance Hall. It's by Mrs. Green Apple. Let's go. Spitting a bit of a dance vibe here.
Oh
yeah, this is definitely going in that direction. It reminds me a little bit of how that recent video Breakfast had like a bit of a K-pop vibe to it. Loving the brass and the bass line. Funky use of the keyboard alongside the bass line. I think I might have heard this chorus out and about before. is definitely a catchy pop chorus we got here. It's gonna get stuck in my head, isn't it?
夢を追う君がいるでもたまに自信をなくして見える
Again, a lot going on. Piano, low-end keyboard, funk on the bass and guitar.
メンタルも成長図を起こすでしょう無理をせず自分らしくいてそれができたら悩んでないよまあ明日こそ笑おう結局は大丈夫この世界はダンスホール君の隣で愛をせ
That is a solid chorus, isn't it? 気持ちのあんたがボン増える不器用だけど笑ってもらえるように笑う It definitely has the dance aspect down. You can't listen to this and keep your foot still. I'm tapping both my feet. Kind of reminds me of like a Stevie Wonder vibe in the bottom there.
この世界はダンスホール楽しんだもん勝ちだダンスホールまた日が昇るしたいかもはダンスホール
Nice build up. Yeah, let's do a bridge in this and just more of a middle eight to bring you back to the chorus.
結局は大丈夫
Oh, key change, of course. Yeah, this is like ticking all the boxes for just being a good addictive pop song. Oh, okay, yeah. Talking about knowing what you're doing, that was really on point. It's really interesting listening to this and watching this video right after I actually recorded the start video just before I did this one, so I'm kind of recording these almost in tandem, although they'll probably be released with a few days, maybe a week between them. So this is so different. I mean, of course, in this video, so Mrs. Green Apple is a 3-piece band in this, and they were a 5-piece band in like the start video, which I checked out before. I can't actually remember which members are. So, because in this one, a lot like this and Breakfast, they're dancing in the music video. So I'm trying to remember who instrumentally is still there. Obviously, you know the lead singer is also a guitarist, but I don't know if they've still got the keyboard player on the bass. I need to check this out. I mean, to be honest, as I said, I've been so glad that you guys have been in the comments basically educating me on this band. But it's more a case of I just love hearing you guys guide me through it. But I must say that with this, it's interesting that even with them being a 3-piece band rather than a 5-piece band, and regardless of what might have changed in regards to members, there is still that ethos of making songs that sound sonically full and fresh, and they never sound thin. They always sound like they're bursting with kind of just sometimes ideas and sometimes just beautiful layering of sounds. There's never a song from Mrs. Green Apple that sounds thin or lacking, or there's never that kind of vibe with their songs. And for me, that's something I really enjoy. As someone who prioritizes the idea of writing and arrangement as the core things behind any musical artist and any music, hearing that kind of lush just soundscape every time you put on a Mrs. Green Apple song is really nice. And with this one, obviously, we're going for a very steady sort of funky feeling. We got like the brass, which is hitting those notes. And you got that. You got the low end keyboard. There was that very sort of, I can't remember the name of it. It's that low end distorted electric keyboard. And as I said, it really kind of gave me like a Stevie Wonder I Wish vibe. Stevie Wonder before I was born. But yeah, definitely that Stevie Wonder vibe. I am getting that here. So if you know what I'm talking about, do check out "I Wish" by Stevie Wonder. If you're young and you don't know that song, if you like this, then that's a song that you should definitely go check out, because you probably it's different, but it's kind of got a similar sort of vibe to the way it layers up that funkiness. And yeah, this is definitely a song that really kind of sonically hits a lot of good points for me, because again, even that with the low end keyboard, we also had some piano up at the top. The guitar was being sort of simple but funky here. It was adding those nice sharp little bouncy notes in here. yeah, like I say, the bass line was great as a general. Everything about this felt just very much, well, it does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? You know, it's a dance hall kind of vibe song, and it works brilliantly. The video is definitely the video is designed to be a pop video. You know, they are dressed up in that kind of. They kind of got that good-looking boy band vibe going on. I respected them, man. I ain't got the hair to do it. That's why I wear the hat. But it's also to stop you getting reflections off of my light. I've got like the light there and just the bounces off my head and blind you. But yeah, I think in the case of like this, yeah, this video is definitely going for kind of a bit of a boy band vibe, right down to that stage show kind of. I don't know, Bugsy Malone-esque kind of, everyone's dressed as 20s gangsters with the pencil moustache thing over there as well. And they're all kind of like, they're all dancing around having a bit of fun. So the video for me is like, it's kind of a generic pop video, you know, it is what it is. But I can definitely tell that if you're like a Mrs. Green Apple fan, it must just be fun to see them like presented in that kind of very fresh, cool, slick way. But for me, this is mostly about the song. It is probably one of their most straight shooting songs I've ever heard. Like sonically, as much as I love the sound, it doesn't change hugely from beginning to end. Rhythmically, it stays pretty simple. It doesn't like go off onto any real tangents. There's that one kind of the traditional style pop key change at the end, but it's not really doing anything particularly experimental. If one of the reasons why I came to this song and one of the reasons why I wanted to check it out after seeing that thumbnail and seeing that name is because in a way I kind of figured that if any of their songs was going to be the straight down the middle pop song, it would probably be this one, which is why I wanted to check it out, because I've been so impressed by all the complex stuff they do and so subtly weave into a lot of their songs. I wanted to hear, okay, what is it like when they're on their more simple straight shooting side, and this seems to be it. And I gotta be honest, this was charming, it was fun. I would definitely, if this came on, I would be very happy. I'll be shimmying around doing my middle-aged dancing. Yeah, I would be 100% down with this kind of music coming on. So for me, this is just this again. I feel like the one. If I was to give a unifying theory of Mrs. Green Apple, it would be good quality pop. You know, and that's where it is. And I personally really enjoyed this. So those are my thoughts. As we got a Discord link below, by the way, and if you are interested in discussing Japanese music, or if you want to find new Japanese music, or you want to share the music you love, the Discord community has been going for years. It's really open-minded place where people pass around the stuff they like. So jump into a Discord community, share and chat with people there as well, so we can talk about more stuff. And you know what? I'll be coming back for more Mrs. Green Apple, I'm sure, at some point. Like I say, I've got a kind of plan for where I'm going to go, and I have been reading your comments, so thank you so much for them. I read all the comments. But, hey, until I see you in that next video, or down in the comments of this one, for now, ciao, ciao.